What is up, guys? It's your boy Nathan. We are back with another Game Week 2 Premier League preview. And just wait till everyone filters in. But we are live now. And there's some exciting games to get into today. Exciting games today. Hey, Shauna. Hey, Manan. Hey, Dhruv. What's up, guys? What's up? What's up? Exciting week lies ahead for us. There's one particular match that is going to be quite interesting. Let me just share it on Twitter, guys, and do share the stream if you can as well. That would be great. Here we go. Very interesting times lie ahead for this club. Ruben Amorim just did a press conference about an hour ago. That was interesting. It was definitely interesting. How was your guys? Are you ready for the weekend? Weekend's about almost very close to the weekend now, so you guys must be excited for the weekend. Football is back, so that's always good. Yeah, Abhijit. I can't believe Gamescom is going on for day 3. I can't believe, I didn't even know that Gamescom was 3 days. I thought it was always 2 days. Just seeing some stuff go live. I can't watch Gamescom, man. I mean, there's not one good game on it. Did it just start? It started about an hour ago. Ready for my Amaranth 16 loss at PL. It's not happening this week, Rajiv. We will get into it. We will get into it. It's not. I don't think it's happening this week. I am fairly confident. God, that could be my famous last words. I'm good, Shreyas. How are you doing? How's college? How's everything going? How's everything going? Is town flooding at the moment? What is this? The DY Patil Stadium in Mumbai has officially been announced as the 4th venue for the 2025 ICC Women's World Cup, which kicks off September 30th. Replaces Chinnaswamy. Yeah, anyway, as I was saying, Amram is. It's not easy to be a Spurs fan. Wait, what? Besiktas makes approach for Wout Feisch as Leicester City defenders one more name on the shortlist for new centre back. Danilo Doki was also explored as option recently. Oh my god, Ole is gonna cook this year, man. Ole is gonna cook this year. Dave Malia's here. We need to up our confidence winning the next 3 matches for City and Chelsea. I like whatever you're having, Dave Malik. Can I have another? Can I have a round of that? Big up Hoyland for making his peace with, I hope, nothing but success from go win the league with Napoli kick ball with Scotty and Kevin. Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I don't like that, but fair enough. Fair enough. That's all I can say. I don't like that. This whole we are playing one game a week. We have too many players thing. Mark my words. This isn't going to age well. Just mark my words. I don't know. I just don't have a great feeling with him. That's all I'll say. I don't know why, but I don't have a good feeling. Oh, Ghana, Sancho, and Anthony rot in the deepest parts of hell. Imagine if we win against City and due to anger they refuse to sell Savinho. You know what? I'm not laughing because you said that. I'm laughing because I never thought about that. Oh my god. Am I the only one who thinks Amarim as coach hasn't really improved any of our players? Hope he makes the best use of our signings at least. Oh god, Kiran. Kiran, you know what? Where were you last year, buddy? We could have had this conversation. Unfortunately, the new season indicates that we must back the manager at least for a few weeks. But you know what? You are not the first person. You are not the first person who said that. That's all I can say. You are just simply not the first person who said that. I can't really say much more than that. Let's just say you're not the first person who's made that observation. Hey Aditya, hello, hello, hello. Big up Hoyland. Yeah, I don't the Hoyland thing. I don't know, man. We're just waiting for some more people to come in, and then we start. Shall we? We shall begin our preview, and I want your thoughts on it as well. Odyssey of Rohit, interesting, like the name. I think we can win the league this year, don't you think so? Well, Odyssey of Rohit, I don't know who you're supporting, so I don't want to answer that question. I don't want to. I don't want to get baited into that answer. I don't care if it doesn't go well for us. We couldn't care less of asking for ruthlessness, not the year. Okay, uh, so Dhruv said, ready for the grudge match on Monday. Bro, listen, I'll say this, man. I'll say this. I would be very wary of Alexander Isak as a Liverpool player, Lavanya. That's all I'll say. You can be happy with the signing. That is fine. Like that's all good. It's a good signing. But I would be very wary with him moving forward. Do you think we will get? I don't know what that means. Can you please? Okay. Sorry. Lamens. Okay, it's a wordplay. Sorry. I was wondering what that is. I totally like drew a blank. By being my Manchester United, Rohit. I'll be honest with you. I don't think so. If we got Baliba, I would be quite gassed. I can't lie. Maybe too gassed for my own good. But I think we should have a good run this year for sure. I really do. So I'll answer Dhruv's question and then I'll answer Abhijit's question, right? Because Abhijit's talking about Hoyland. First, I'll answer Dhruv. I hope Ghana, Sancho, and Anthony Rotten. Okay, this is what I will say. Okay, Sancho, don't care about him. Garnacho, post Villa jersey wear, don't care about him. The Anthony one, I don't feel that way. I don't feel that way at all because the only reason Anthony is not a real Betis player, Dhruv, is because we decided to pay him way too much money. They cannot come to terms with the wages, really. That is actually our fault. Anthony is still our player. Also, nobody else wants to buy him except Betis. I have not heard. Dude, I'll tell you one thing, Dhruv. I know we are United fans and we are supposed to just go get rid. But why would Anthony join Saudi Arabia after the season he had? What's in it for him? Like we want to get rid of these players, but these players have a career, no, bro. Like if this was my career, I wouldn't be like, okay, I'll go to Saudi instead of Betis. So I don't know. I don't feel that way about Anthony, but I definitely feel that way about Sancho and Garnacho. I don't know how to feel about Malasia. I've never seen a player where we've bought him for 10 million pounds. After 3 years, we can't even sell him for five. If we sell him for 5 million pounds, we'd actually make a profit. We can't even get that money for him. So I don't really know how to explain that, uh, honestly. Um, do I think we'll get Lamens? I think anything's possible just because the price is actually doable for once. I don't care if it doesn't go well. Okay, Abhijit, I hear you, but I will say this. As someone who recollects, what was it, 2 or 3 years ago now? I know it was 2 years ago. Ten Hag was our coach. Was it 2 years ago? Yeah, it was 2 years ago. We had 60 plus injuries that season. If we have 60 plus injuries if we have 45 plus injuries this season, depending on where we have the injuries, we are not gonna finish top 10. Hoyland is a super necessary thing. Dude, everyone who says they prefer Xerxes over Hoyland, Xerxes scored less goals than Hoyland and probably played more minutes last season. Uh, Plus, he all openly admits he's not a nine. Cunha is not a nine. Mbeumo is not a nine. We are saying they can play there, which is fine. But at the end of the day, Sesko and Obi and Rasmus are the only nines we have. And Obi, I still think we should use him in the reserves this year. Under 21 reserve team. I don't know. I don't know. Is Isak gone to Liverpool? No. We will get into that with a preview for sure, though. That we have to definitely talk about. Hello, Biku. Hope we can be consistent against lower teams and top tier teams. Fulham game and Burnley game could answer that question. Well, I am very confident we are going to beat Burnley. By the way, guys, do drop a like. There's 17 people watching and only 8 likes. Can we get the likes up, please? It really helps the channel. And the Burnley game, I'm not really worried about. The Fulham game, I'm a little bit worried about. They did manage to have more shots on target and have more shots than Brighton and have more possession than Brighton, but they did sneak a win. So I am a little worried about them for sure. Um, yeah, audio films here. What do you think about Lamens? I mean, how good he is according to you? How good is he? You know what? There is no nice way to answer this question, so I'll just be honest. Sen Lamens could be the best player ever, but the problem with Sen Lamens is he's done it for a team that nobody take in a league that nobody takes seriously. When you do it in a team that nobody takes seriously, what can you do with that information? Because we thought Onana was better than De Gea, but then if you see De Gea's stats from last year, he has a save percentage of 75% with worse defenders, with less defenders because we played a back five last season. In a what we would call a worse league, but he played for one of the worst teams. I think they finished 8th in the league, so he had a better save percentage. And we had Onana, who had all these center backs that we love, and he had a save percentage of like 30. So if you want to go by how good I think he is, his stats clearly say he's very good, and his stats say he's really good, but he does it for a Belgian team, so it's a real problem, to be honest. Uh, for the price, it's a great deal because of his age and his price. I would definitely take him. I think it's a good move to make for someone for the future. He could be the next David De Gea. You get him really young and he spends the next 10 years, yeah. But yeah. Rodrigo to Liverpool FC. Could happen. Could happen. He and the club has done really well in romanticizing this backing thing, but it's a +1 loss already. I know, Kiran, but we have to back it. It's only one game in the season so far. As Amarim said in the interview, Nathan, do you believe that Amarim will reintegrate players who sidelined at the moment? And who will he reintegrate back? I think the only people he will actually reintegrate back is Anthony. I don't think he has a problem with Hoyland. He actually said very nice things about Hoyland, believe it or not. So I think he appreciates professionalism, and I think the real problem, Shaunak, is, let me just put it to you like this: Kai Havertz got injured, and instead of Arsenal go, we have enough players. Arsenal went and picked up Eze. Right at that point of time, they were not really looking at Eze, right? But now he's basically an Arsenal player. So anything can happen. He is not going to play Obi Martin as the starting nine. If something happens to Sheshko, what do we do? So I think he likes Hoyland's professionalism. If you want to count Hoyland in that, I think Hoyland will be reintegrated. Malasia, Sancho, and Garnacho will not. I just can't see it honestly. What if we don't make top 10? Will you be Amram out? Yes, Rohit. If we're outside top 10, I will be Amram out. Do you think Chelsea has a better chance of winning the league than Arsenal? And can this season be the final nail in the coffin for I think I think if he finishes below second, I think he's gone, Shreyas. There's no more excuses. He spent almost a billion. One manager spent almost a billion. We only have one proper striker, and the rest are makeshifts are too young. Exactly, Dhruv. That's why I don't kind of agree. But I hear what Abhijit is saying. We have to be ruthless as well, so it makes sense. Xerxes brings so much more to the table in comparison to Hoyland. Let it be, if not for Garnacho smashing the side netting. Yeah, I mean that's the other thing, right? Xerxes brings so much to the table, Abhijit, but if Xerxes is the person who says he's not a number nine, and I think we have to just come to this conclusion, Abhijit, which is we need more goals this season. If Xerxes is going to play up front, we are not going to get. I honestly don't think he'll pass 12 goals, and we need a heap load of goals this season because if we don't get a midfielder, we are going to get outrun in the midfield again, which means we will get scored on. So we have to outscore most teams in the league, I think. So that's the issue. Our new club's doctor is part of the PCB medical. Yes, medical department. Okay. Also, I think he's on Crystal Palace, right? Crystal Palace are losing a lot. He's put Crystal Palace on notice now, so he's going to join us as well. So let's see how that works out. Doraemon or Lamens, Doraemon. Next EDG with good passing and lob from behind. Hopefully that is Lemans. Yeah, but here's the Shaunak, it could be the thing, but this is what I'm saying, right? Like this is what I'm saying. Like last year's goalkeeping statistics, David De Gea was better than Andre Onana. People will say he was in a worse league, but he was also in a worse team. Uh, Doing it in another, people have this thing where if you do it in another league, they don't take it necessarily as important. So for the price and age, I am definitely in Shonak. I hope we buy him, but at the same time, I'm going to be quite cautious. And I was just thinking about this the other day. A lot of people were saying Bhaindir is terrible, and someone asked me like, how in what evidence has he shown he's better than Onana? Then my simple question is, when has he played 3 games in a row? And we bought Altay Bhaindir for what, 12 million? We didn't buy him for 50. That's another thing you got to take into account. Hello, Nitesh. Hello, good evening. Last time, how many predictions you got right? You know what? I don't have a clue. Honestly, I know I got the Spurs and the City one right. That I know for sure because and the Forest one. Maybe not the score, but I got them right for sure because I didn't think Brentford were going to win. Um, and I said 4-0 City and I said 3-0 Spurs. I didn't think much of those games. So those three I definitely got right, to be honest. Amram shouts out. Amram out shouts as soon as I join stream. Let's go. I did say Amram out. They were asking. Arsenal didn't have enough players in the first contact was made before Ethan's contract was up in the air and they signed Eze because of Havertz's injury. They had to get Eze. I mean, you could argue that Kai Havertz didn't do much last season, Abhijit. Did they really need to get Eze for Havertz? I don't know about that. Did they need to get Eze for Havertz? Thoughts on City Spurs? We will start with the preview. Obviously, we're going City first because we are going. No, actually, we're going West Ham first because West Ham technically. Wait. Oh, West Ham is going to play today. We're going to test West Ham Chelsea first, obviously, but we'll get there. Give me a second. Hoyland ain't getting those goals either, so I get it's the system that makes goals. If it works, we create players only can create n number of chances with individual brilliance. Exactly. Oh, and one more thing, Abhijit. I don't know if you went back and watched it, but did you see Hoyland's first season? He scored the same amount of goals Ronaldo did, or like two, three goals less than Ronaldo. Did you see the goals he scored? We never put him in any of those positions last year. Just have a look at it. I'm not trying to convince anyone, man. If he goes, he goes. There's no problem. But I'm just saying, like the first season and last season was like it's just night and day. Honestly, you definitely got Villa Newcastle wrong. Oh, I did, didn't I? I did. Oh yeah, because I didn't expect it to be a draw and the worst game on of the week. I definitely got that one wrong. Absolutely, I probably got the Chelsea one wrong too. I didn't expect a draw. For sure, I got those two wrong. If we let go of Hoyland, we should just get Vardy for one season for vibes, bro. Every away game, he's just going to troll the fans. Even if he doesn't score, he might troll them. These paper chances look good, but they don't look in. By the way, I dropped Welbeck and bought in Sunderland attacker. That's not a bad thing, man. I was thinking of getting Ballard this week, but let's see. I don't know. I might actually use one of my chips. Just letting people know. Might have to use a chip for game week 2. Um, Anyway, guys, let's start, shall we? So West Ham Chelsea. You know what? Give me a second. Let me note this down. Does this terrible phone have a notes app? Yes, it does. Oh, excellent. I mean, I've never used the notes app, so all right. So we go. Yeah. Okay, cool. I just want to write game week 2 predictions. All right. If you guys want, feel free to write yours down as well. I'm just doing this for fun, so I remember mostly. So you go Chelsea versus West Ham. All right. So Chelsea, I mean, they had their chances, but they just couldn't get it over the line. West Ham were absolutely abysmal. And you have to keep in mind, Chelsea did play the reigning defending champs, so FA Cup champs. So it was a tough game for sure. It was a definitely tougher game than West Ham's game, who went to Sunderland and absolutely got hammered by them. First game in the Stadium of Light, I think, for 11 years. Listen, I think Cole Palmer is gonna give them the business. I'll be honest with you. West Ham are looking like they're gonna struggle. I still think Graham Potter is going Graham Potter is going to be the first one sacked. People in the chat called Mark Andrews, who's the Brentford coach. It's going to be one of them, 100%. 100% one of them is going to get sacked, and I don't think they make it past January. 100%. You still believe in Hoyland because I'm ready to back him, especially after Cunha and mbeumo. The thing is not about believing, Shreyas. It's about how we are going to play. Are we actually going to cross the ball? Because as you saw, we brought in Ahmad the other day for Dallo, who everyone wants, and then we just stopped crossing the ball. Are we only going to get crosses from Dogu? Because that becomes very predictable. It all depends on how we're going to play. It's not about backing him or not. It's about fitness and injuries and, how we're going to play. But yeah. So early. So early. Yeah, I mean, you get two chips every time now. I could take a -4, but it has to be a worth it -4 to me. So I have to take a hard look at what I want to do. But I have only a few hours to adjust. So let's see. Holland got 10 goals in the league in 36 years. So yeah, 7 had 18 in the Premier League. No, I meant total goals. I think Hoyland finished with 16 goals, I think. I think he finished with like 16 goals for the first season. But not in the Premier League, obviously. But yeah. Poor Hoyland, too much for a 21-year-old. I hope he comes back strong. Oh, poor Hoyland, sorry. Wherever he goes. Anything's possible, Kiran. The player of the season last year was Scott McTominay in Italy. So, yeah. Are we winning this season? I have you all at third, Nitesh. But honestly, if you go by the first game, if you go by the first game, I think y'all had the most solid first game week performance. So it's very possible. How did I become a United fan? I'll answer that on the back end if you don't mind, George, because I have to get through this preview. Otherwise, I'll be just chatting. Who's home, Chelsea or West Ham? Sorry. Okay, well, yes, let's start. What's wrong with me? West Ham. So they're going to be at the London Stadium, West Ham. Did he really say Harry Potter? I definitely said Harry Potter for sure. First manager we sacked is Nuno Espirito. Now, yeah, hey man, that Marinakis guy, he's an interesting fellow. Huh? It would be really nice to be related to him to see how he lives his life. Again, it's the individual that scored, not the system. If it's an actual system working, Bruno's chance created stats will go down because of that stat. It's being a very scam thing. Yeah, but Abhijit, I can say that for everyone that has those same creator stats, because a lot of people have those stats that are padded like that. I mean, imagine what Kevin De Bruyne's stats are in a team that works better with better players. So that you could say it's like a scam thing, but like people. I mean, listen, man. De Bruyne said it himself. De Bruyne was shared the pitch with him multiple times and said, "See, the thing is, what we can always have our opinions, right, Abhijit, and some of them will probably turn out to be correct, and some of them will turn out to be wrong." For me, the moment Kevin De Bruyne he shared the place with people, creative players like Grealish, and then he's faced creative players like Madison and Odegaard. When he tells you Bruno is the next best in the league, I take his word for it, man. What does he have to gain from it? Nothing. He's a City player. I'm sure some City fans weren't even happy he said that, if I'm being very honest with you, Abhijit. So, individual brilliance, I mean, we used to have individual brilliance when Sir Alex was here, dude. I'll never forget that my favorite Ronaldo goal is an individual brilliance goal. It's the second leg at Porto, I believe, where we won 1-0 and we went, I think we finished 2-1 on aggregate. We scraped through. And that obviously we won the Champions League. That was my favorite Ronaldo goal because it came out absolutely from nowhere and it was brilliant. And I'll never forget that goal. I mean, he's scored way better goals than that, obviously, but that is my favorite goal. Yeah. One good thing this season is we have those groggy and bad midweek mornings due to European competition. Yeah, you know what, Shaunak, I mean, I will still do the Champions League watch along because I have to do it, but you guys obviously don't have to watch it with me or anything like that. I mean, if you're supporting the channel, great, but like I have to cover those midweeks. But yeah, the fact that we don't have to play it like our team, we needed the break this year. Let me just put it that way. We needed the break. Marinakis is now looking to get Ange. Oh, Ange with that Nottingham Forest team. West Ham 1, Chelsea 3. Marinakis is a very toxic guy, but you know what, dude? In fairness to him, he's ruthless. He's willing to do business. They survived the first season. Look what happened the second season. They started out really well. People thought Wood would drop off. He scores 2 goals really quickly, but yeah. Bruno is the only world class player at United, great footballer, but in a wrong team. I mean, listen, man, you sign for who you sign for. Matt Letizia only played for Southampton, and people consider him one of the greatest players of that generation. And he never won anything, and he only played for Southampton. So it is what it is. A Champions League draws on 27, 28, I think. I mean, we'll do that. I mean, see, I'm not in it, but I'll definitely do it with you guys if you guys want for sure. Anjit Forrest will get relegated. Maybe he will. Maybe it's the kind of fluidity of players that he wants. Because I mean, listen, man, Nottingham Forest have bought in some good players as well. They got Douglas Luiz. You know, they're doing low key good signings still. Season's not over yet. I mean, transfer window is not over yet. That particular chance created, this is one of the big scams in football. If you pass the ball and someone shoots, regardless of the outcome, it's a chance created. Tell me it's not a scam. I mean, it's also about the pass. No, Abhijit, it's the kind of pass, Seven, right? Sometimes you really just do hit a good pass. But yeah, I get what you mean, of course. And KDB had assists to back it. Bruno will have them too. It was not the owner. He had the fight with some board member. Is it? Yeah, but Marinakis is a bit of he's an interesting fellow, that's for sure. Did you see the Stiller links? Yes, Angelo Stiller. Possible. Ange can win back-to-back Europas with Forest. Bro, I'm telling you right now. Nottingham Forest is going to go far. Crystal Palace won their first European match. By the way, shout out to Mateta. Scored the first European goal for Crystal Palace. Fantastic at Selhurst Park. Congratulations to them. Continuing the momentum, man. Continuing the momentum. FA Cup, last game of the season. Then The Charity Shield, they won that. Tight draw with the current World Cup Club Cup champions, Chelsea. Then they go to Europe midweek, win 1-0 at Sellers Park. By the way, it should have been more than 1-0. Okay, saw the highlights. They hit the post. They were troubling them. Crystal Palace is going to be a problem, man. That Glasner's a proper G, dude. I'm telling you, Glasner's gonna go big for sure. Anyway, guys, let's get back to it. West Ham versus Chelsea. Put your scores in, guys. West Ham versus Chelsea. I think West Ham are going to get hammered again. I can't lie. I cannot lie. I do not like their chances. I've already predicted. My prediction personally is Potter is going to get sacked first. I believe Abhijit did say. I think it was Abhijit. I could be wrong. Abhijit said the Brentford guy, and someone now just said it could be Nuno Espirito Santo. So definitely a possibility of that happening for sure. Definitely a chance of that happening. Wouldn't put it past them. My score is gonna be. I'm gonna go. Man, sack it. I think it's going to be another 3-0 loss to West Ham. That fat man is a mafia boss, Marinakis. You know, the good football just below KDB, way better than Podegaard and or Enzo and Palmer. The league phase draw of the 25-26 Champions League will be held on Thursday, August. Seedings, any groupings, this procedure will be 8:30 CET. So what is that? 3:30, 4 o'clock? We'll be there. My striker, Jean-Philippe Mateta. Bruno's below Zoboslai. Oh. All right. All right. We'll just leave it at that. West Ham nil, Chelsea 3. That's what I'm also saying. Spurs losing Gibbs White. Eze is the most Spursiest thing. Proper bottle job, dude. A Gibbs White thing is a little. It's a little. Gibbs White's an interesting one. Eze is just terrible, Shauna. Terrible. West Ham hammering the attack looks toothless. That Fulkrug by just after the Euros, it looked like a genius move. It's turned out to be not so great. Nottingham Forest were fantastic, yeah. I said Nuno or Brentford's manager. Yeah, wait. Oh, you said Nuno or Brentford's manager? Nuno might not even get sacked for bad performances. He might get sacked for something else. No. Yeah, that Andrews fellow is looking dangerous. It's looking bad for him. Chelsea, narrow win, Kiran is saying. Wow, narrow win. Bro, West Ham looked horrible against Sunderland. Horrible. Looked horrible. I don't know about that, man. I don't know about that. I have to be honest. Now we go next on to Man City at the Etihad, takes on Spurs. This is always a tricky game for Man City. Spurs have had their number a few times, not necessarily at home, but they've had their number a few times for sure. They are both the biggest winners of the first game week, I believe, right? Man City 4-0 and Tottenham 3-0. Sunderland also won 3-0. Liverpool won 4-2. But, I thought style points in particular, Tottenham and Man City were max style points. I think the two biggest winners of game week 1. It will be a very, very competitive match, I think. I think a lot of people definitely favor Man City, and that's probably what I am going to do as well. But those two Richarlison goals were crazy. That Tijani, I think is how you say it, Tijani Reinders looked. Couldn't see the game because I was doing other things, but I did see the highlights. I did see bits and bobs of the game while it was live. But that Reinders looked. Reinders looked really, really, really good. A bad home game for the Wolves fans because obviously the whole Jota memorial. One nice thing I would say, I don't know if you guys saw it, but Ryan Cherky was quite respectful to Diego Jota. They put a Diego Jota's old Wolves shirt number on the ground there. He came, clapped the fans. He kind of kissed the jersey to show respect. And the reason I saw that is because I saw the other Man City players just like horsing around like Haaland. Haaland is, bro. Can I say something? I don't know if Nitish is going to agree with me, but Haaland doesn't look like Haaland would have been a sociopath of some sort. He doesn't seem fully aware of his surroundings almost regularly. Even the whole Arteta thing, that stay humble, that's like, it just shows a certain lack of maturity. And he was like dancing around at the back. They showed it that there was a shot like him like horsing around with the players. Ryan Cherky comes and he like claps the fans, and he comes. There was like a big wall of Wolves fans. He just cuts through. He shows a little respect to Diego Jota. He claps the fans and he just walks away. All the other city fans are just city players are just like horsing around in the back there, which is just kind of weird, because you can see what they're trying to do, and like they said, get off the pitch and celebrate, man. Y'all have earned the victory. Y'all should celebrate, but do it off the pitch. It is a sociopaths basically, a lack of awareness of social surroundings. Nitish, I think Haaland has shown it a few times. I would say, sadly, all on camera somehow. But yeah, I have personal issues with Nuno. That's why I said Nuno. That's fair enough. You might still be right. That's the best part. Let me correct myself. Bruno's below KDB, Bernardo, Gundo, Tijani, Jackie. Yeah, okay, sure. Absolute terrorists of football. Oof, okay. Last time during this fixture, we presented Rodri the Ballon d'Or at the Etihad for the first time, then got battered by Spurs 4-0. Pranay from TFB was at the Etihad during this match. Okay. High scoring game 3-2. Anti-socially. I mean, just not aware of like social cues, dude. Like you can see people like being respectful, then like all the city players were like celebrating the win. It was really weird, like just weird to me, honestly. Hey Priyanshu, I'm good. Priyanshu, how are you? How are you? But yeah, as I was saying, so the scoreline, guys, the Spurs game, they were good. Yeah, they were great. They were really good, man. The two winners of the first game week was City and Spurs. Max style points, clean sheet, goals. What else do you want if you support a team? So I think Man City is going to get a little bit of revenge on Spurs. I am going to say it's going to be. I think it's actually going to be a tight game. Someone's saying it's a goal scoring, a 3-2 type game. Abhijit saying I think it's going to be tighter than that. I could be wrong though. I feel like under Frank, Spurs looks much more defensively solid. I'll go 2-1 City. I'll go 2-1 City. But you know what? This is the game that I will not be surprised if it ends in a draw. I honestly won't be surprised if it ends in a draw again. So I'm going 2-1 City. I'm just putting that in my phone so I remember my scores this week, which would be nice to do. City Spurs 2-2, Shreyas is saying, okay. Chunky is a dickhead, but not a monster, yes. Okay. Cherky, okay, yeah, got it. I thought it was really classy by Cherky. He didn't have to do it. As you can tell, the rest of the City players definitely didn't do it. But yeah, 2-1 Spurs win, 2-1 City win. I'm also going 2-1 City win. I'm also great, just waiting for the Sunday to come. Man, we got to win this week, man. No excuses this week at least. Nathan, will Cherky get a start? I think eventually he will, man. I think the whole Savinho thing, I don't know I know they said Savinho is a key player and this, that, but Pep's always doing this nonsense, dude. So like it's difficult to tell. Like I found out that you want to sell what's that, a kanji to Turkey? Was it Galatasaray or something? Like Galatasaray, I don't know if people are aware, and you don't need to be aware, but Galatasaray are like trying to like really make a move in Europe and like make a move in the Turkish leagues. They're signing all these big players and all these players that nobody else wants, but they have a very good quality. Galatasaray is sneakingly doing solid business that we're not aware of, and apparently they're interested in Akanji. So, and I think that was the statement made also by Pep for Pep Guardiola when Fabrizio Romano about 2 hours ago on Twitter says, when asked on Akanji and Savinho, I don't know about that. They are our players, and we'll see what happens. I think a few things are going to happen, and we'll see. Says via City Extra. So basically, he just yeah. Oh my god. Anyway, where were we? So that's the second one. If we play like Arsenal's game, I think you'll win for sure. Exactly. That's exactly the feeling I have as well. Nathan, this season Arsenal versus City rivalry, City match will be very heated. Probably, probably. So what? I'm good, Sachin. How are you, Sachin? So Galatasaray is trying to help, apparently taking all out of sort players like Akanji, Edison, and Gundo. I mean, listen, man, they're trying to prep themselves for Europe. I respect it. If they do well in Europe this season, they have really used the transfer window to their advantage, I would say, because they are really, really, really trying hard, like trying really hard to get certain players that's going to help them for the European competitions. So yeah. True, Spurs defense is really good, but City currently has too much quality of players to take the draw. They'll win. Probably, Kiran. I wouldn't be surprised. I've picked City to win, but I just don't. I don't know how high scoring it'll be. I feel like because of the defense, it'll be a little bit tighter. Good, bro. Lemans and Angelo Stiller reports are coming. Sachin. Let's see. What's your say regarding Sen Lemans? Thoughts on Havertz? Um, bro, he's just not had good luck for the last 5 years, right? He had like one good season in the last five. It's sad, and I'll be honest with you. I don't think he's better than Eze. I don't think he's better than. He might have been better than Eze when they were much younger. When that Leverkusen Havertz probably was better than Eze, but it's just not in the cards for him. I think he needs to go back to Germany, honestly, and revive whatever's left of his career. Nathan, we bought a Kanji for 15 million, selling him on 18 million. Yeah, I mean, he's a good player, man. He's a good player. You'll get a good fee for him. It's not bad. He's just not wanted anymore. So when you're not wanted anymore, like, you know, that's what it is. You make a bit of a profit from it. That's great. The thoughts on Ruben Diaz contract extension till 2029? I think, you know what? I think this might sound very controversial, Nitesh, as in a palindrome. Uh, this might sound very controversial, but I feel like you have lost. I think peak Ruben Diaz is done. I don't know if that makes sense or not. I think he's not going to get better than what 2 3 years ago. I honestly don't think so. It might sound really controversial. He might start every game till 2029, but I don't think he is. I don't think he is. I don't think you'll see the peak of him anymore. It's over. Hivertz, Havertz. God, are you talking about Florian Wirtz? Bro, like we'll have to wait and see on that. We'll have to wait and see on that. Nathan Akanji is a very mistake pro. Yeah, but it's also I don't think he used to play like this when he was playing in Dortmund, Nitesh. So the system's not for everyone, man. I think our own team can prove that theory. So I think it's a good deal. It's a good deal for sure. Um, next match. Shall we go? Where should we go next? It's a lot of 7:30 games tomorrow. Bournemouth, Wolves, Burnley, Sunderland. You know what? Let's make it interesting. Let's go Burnley, Sunderland. What do you guys think about Burnley, Sunderland? Sunderland, great start. They're going to go to Turf Moor now. What do you think is going to happen? Sunderland look absolutely cracking on the first game week, but they are going to play someone that they are very, very, very familiar with from the championship. Now, do those uh, do those scores continue? Do those? Oh, hold on a minute. Do those? What was I saying? Sorry, I got a message and I got sidetracked. Does that score continue? Does that luck continue for Sunderland? I think. I think. I think. I think the Premier League is a different animal, and I don't think. I think Sunderland has done better business than Burnley. So I'm going to say Sunderland 2-0. PFA POTY to 2021. So what was that? 2 3 4 years ago. 4 years ago. Fair enough. Ruben Diaz and Stones partnership play. No, it's not about. It's not about them playing good or not. I just don't think you'll get. I just don't think you'll get any more peak Diaz left. I don't think there's anything left of peak Diaz. So signing a 4 year deal might have been a bit of a risk. But maybe it's one of those things where he plays well for 2 years and then you sell him. So let's see. Sunderland win 2-1, Sunderland win 3-1. Wow, so everyone's going with the Sunderland win. I'm going to say another clean sheet. Maybe Ballard makes some more points. 2-0 to Sunderland for me. King Xhaka will cook. Yes, 15 million. 115 million. Oh, I can't read that name. I cannot read that name, Abhijit. I cannot read that name. I might actually get in trouble for that. It's not worth the risk. It's a little too soon, Abhijit. All I knew is I told you guys and I told everyone the same thing. I mean, it's not about the talent. It's about the opposition the talent has to face. Everyone goes, he's a talented guy. This guy's a talented guy. That guy's a talented guy. Like much like Lamens, it's the same thing. It's what you can do in the league you move to, not the league you're in. Because if the progress and ability does not translate, it doesn't matter how talented you are. You'll get fraud checked in this league, if that makes sense. We got young centre backs as well, Kusanov and Vito Reyes, Reich. He might groom them as. I mean, he might. He might. He might. Very possible. Very, very possible. Anyone else wants to put their scores in for Burnley Sunderland, or we'll move to the next one? Hello, CCR. What's up? What's up? What's up? Brentford Aston Villa. Let's do it for fun. Brentford Aston Villa. I'm not going to waste anybody's time. Nathan also is a leader back, so need personalities like it. That I will agree. That is true. You definitely need personalities like that for sure. No, there's no doubt about that. The personal, even if your form wanes, that personality is quite important. That locker room. I don't like saying locker room leader because it sounds very cliche and terrible. But I suppose you can say call it a locker room leader. Yeah. Brentford versus Aston Villa. I'm not going to waste any time here. Aston Villa 2-0. They will bounce back. I mean the Aston Villa Newcastle game was terrible. But they managed the early part of the game, and then they got into the game, and then Konza was just diabolical red card with half an hour left, and then they were even better defensively. I mean, Brentford doesn't have a chance, man. They've lost their captain. They're going to lose their main striker. They scored a goal, but I believe it was a penalty goal for Brentford. So I mean, penalties are penalties, right? A goal's a goal, but I think Aston Villa are going to win. I think Aston Villa will win 2-0, honestly. Villa 2-1, Emery supremacy will get the first win. Yeah, I think let's just go with 2-0 Aston Villa for me. I told everyone when we spend money on Paul Pogba and others, everyone had something to say. Some not holding back. Yeah, no, I mean, listen. Fair enough. Fair enough, man. How you want to do it, you go for it. You don't have to hold back. So I'm just locking this in here. So I remember. So it's saved. I'll delete it obviously next week. I don't need it for next week, but just seeing how accurate we'll be. Brentford 2. Oh, sorry. Brentford nil. Villa 2. It's at the GTEC Stadium too, but I don't think it's going to make any difference, honestly. It's just not. Arsenal versus Leeds is next. I mean, we could spend time on this, but actually, you know what? Let's spend time on this. Leeds were very good against Everton, and I think people wrote them off. People were like, new stadium, Hitchinson Stadium, whatever it's called. Arsenal are gonna, sorry, Everton's gonna get cook these people and all that. It just didn't happen. And in the end, Leeds ended up winning, which was even more crazier. Lucas Mecha, who's a new signing on debut, he did not start. But I think he came on as a sub. Lucas Mecha scored the penalty. I think 84th minute. In fact, it's here. Let me just correct myself. 84th minute, Lucas Mecha. If I'm not mistaken, he did not start the game as well. He did not. He did not start the game. Joel Perro started the game, who's come up with Leeds. But yeah. So Arsenal Leeds. Hmm. I don't know. I don't know. That Ao Tanaka guy who plays in the middle of the midfield, he's looking really good. Ao Tanaka. That's what I heard. I didn't see the game, obviously. I am not staying up for midnight if it's not United games. but I heard this Tanaka was a really, really good player. Um, Arsenal versus Leeds. At the Emirates Stadium. I'm just gonna go Arsenal. Yes, Arsenal's playing home. Arsenal versus Leeds at the Emirates. Yes. Hi, Chiku. I'm good. I'm good, Chiku. How have you been? It's been a while. Why are we not going for Edison from Atlanta 2024 season? Dave, it's very simple. We just don't have the money for it at the moment. Villa near victory. Fair enough. He's very similar to Baliba to players. Yeah, I just don't think we're going for him. The players, the player profiles have completely changed now. Now we're going for Wharton, Stella, Baliba. But yeah, one nil Arsenal. You know what? I was tempted to go 1-0 Arsenal because apparently Leeds did actually play really well. Um, I'll go 2-1 Arsenal. I think Leeds will get a goal. 2-1 Arsenal. Okay, now we're getting into the interesting games. We move to Sunday now. We move to Sunday, and we start with Crystal Palace, Nottingham Forest. What do you think? This is going to be a great game. I think it's going to be you know what? I think it's going to be a great game, and we're going to see, maybe we're going to see the last of Nuno Espirito Santos. Chris Wood continues where he left off from. Absolutely fantastic. A quick 2 goals. They won 3-0. Absolute dismantling of Brentford. Um, I think it's going to be. I'm going 2-2. Do you think Lamens will join us late in the window? I think we have a good shot at it for sure. I think we have a good shot at it for sure. Yeah. 3-1 Arsenal. Tanaka had a really good FIFA card this year. He did. He was in the championship team of the year as well. But yes, 1-1. People are saying I'm going 2-2. Crystal Palace, Nottingham Forest. We have 2 more games, guys. I gotta go because I think I'm gonna go live on Mohawk's channel maybe in an hour. So I gotta bounce quickly. Forest just win 3-2. Okay. Okay. We go Fulham Man United, and I'm gonna be really quick here. I think if we carry on and play the way that we played against Arsenal, I think 100% we come up with a win. Um, I just think that we really really played well. I don't think people expected us to play well. I don't think people expected us to be on the front foot for that long, and I think we showed that if we are governed correctly, we will do good things this season. Forest 2-1. In my FPL change 2 players. The very next moment, Fabrizio said Frimpong is injured. That's why I didn't want to go Frimpong, man. That's why I said Van Dijk's the safe pick. Fulham 2, Fulham nil, United 2. Okay, here we go. Srinan saying that. I'm gonna go. You know what? Let's be brave. If I take an L, I take an L. Who cares? 3-1. 3-1 United. And I'm going Sheshko, mbeumo, Fernandez. I'm even calling it. And I think Muniz will score a goal for Fulham. I'm going 3-1 Fulham United at Craven Cottage. You just have. I'm not wrong. First half they were terrible. Second half they were terrible in the first half. Second half they were good. But the problem is they needed a very very freak goal by Rodrigo Muniz to score. It was like bounced off the corner, bounced off a bunch of players. It was a header he lost, but then the ricochet fell back in front of him, and he just laced the shot, and it went across goal into the corner. It was absolutely not planned, no matter what anyone will tell you. And until then, I think Brighton had the better chance, better quality chances as well. They were just very, very unlucky to finish. They were very, very unlucky to finish with a draw. I think they definitely deserved. They definitely deserved something in that match for sure. And now we go to the last one. We go Alexander Isaac Derby. Hold on. Can I save it? Can I save it? Hold on. I'm trying to save it. Liverpool 4-2, 2-1 Liverpool. Okay. I think a 3-1, I think. Can't trust a goalkeeper. 2-0 United. United 2-1. Onana, no, don't do this, Suraj. 4-1 United, Onana, Ongu. I think Bayern is going to start, by the way. I just have that feeling. I think Liverpool will sign Gay after Frimpong injury. Yeah, but Dave, that's not how it works, na. I mean, sorry, that is, I guess, suppose that is how it works, but apparently they're not. They might try to hold on to Gay or do something there. 1-0 to United. Goat will be in goal. 2-1. Okay. So those are the United predictions. I went 3-1. Newcastle Liverpool's interesting. Liverpool 4-2. Hello, Mystic. Aren't Brighton playing this week? Yeah, they are, but they're playing Everton, dude. It's a nothing game, to be honest. Not being disrespectful, I'm just being honest. Like, compared to the other games, they're just more exciting games going on. And Everton have been terrible at home, and they're playing home again this week, and I think they're also going to lose. Expect an upset. 2-0. Newcastle United beat Liverpool 2-0. Okay, I mean, bro, that Aston Villa game was boring as hell. They had 30 plus minutes with 11 men and they still couldn't win. CCR Ollie is saying 2-1 Liverpool. Aditya is saying 4-2 Liverpool. What are your other predictions? Mistake is saying 2-0 Newcastle United. What is this news regarding the clause in ENEOS of if Glazers sell, then they also have to sell? Yes, it's called a drag along clause. They weren't allowed to sell. They weren't allowed to sell without Jim Ratcliffe's approval or permission or something like that. But that was till August 13th or something. Now, if they sell, they have to sell because they have the majority shares. They don't have a choice. They got to sell their shares too. So for the first 18 months, there was a clause where you can't do any kind of business relations, like you can't take more money, you can't add more partners, that kind of thing. The drag along clause now basically means they wouldn't be forced to sell if somehow Manchester United actually needed to sell even after getting Jim Ratcliffe's infusion of money. Now they can sell and you have to just go on with it. That was the that was the deal. No, I expect an upset in the United match. Fulham 2-0 United. I mean, it's possible. It's possible. Let's see. At least two red cards in this game. In the Newcastle Liverpool game. Maranakis is also leaning towards Ange because both are Greek origin, of course. Postecoglou is the Greek name. I suppose that makes some kind of sense. Although I don't know what's that got to do actually with the performances. But fair enough. I mean, Nuno Espirito Santos did outperform Liverpool. I mean, Spurs. So I don't know, but yeah, Newcastle United. Listen, based on what I've seen, they were terrible. I think Liverpool's going to beat them 3-1. I'll be honest. Newcastle looked horrible, horrible in that game. The first 20 minutes, they looked like they were going to destroy Villa. And then after that, it was just bad. I just want Qatar to come and buy us. Did you not see my tweet, Dave? As soon as I read that drag along clause, I was like, Yalla Habibi. Trust Liverpool scored defending a pata nahi. I want to see Kirkes. Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm also going 3-1, dude. It doesn't look like they are going to be good defensively this year. It just doesn't. Like you can hope they can sign Gay and they can sign this guy and they can sign that guy and when Connor Bradley's fit and all. No chance. They're not going to be good defensively. And when I mean good defensively this year, I mean they are probably going to concede in most games. That's what I mean. That doesn't mean they're going to concede 4 goals and 5 goals in a game, but they are not looking defensively solid this season. I want to see fighting, punching out. It won't happen, dude. It won't happen. Maybe if Isaac was playing, Guimaraes would probably double for tackle him for sure. But I don't think I think certain players are not happy about Isaac. So I think those players would have done a Kirkes on him for sure. For sure, it would have been Kirkes treatment if Isaac was playing this week for sure. But yeah, I think that's not the case. So it won't come down to that. But yes, that is it, guys. That is the preview, and if you like it, that is great. I will see you tomorrow for so the schedule tomorrow is I am doing the Spurs City match and then I'm doing the United match. I have plans this weekend, which is great because I finally get to have a life thanks to United finishing out of Europe, which is great. Um, and the 7:30 games are all right, but I won't be here for that. Kirkes was going for the kill exactly, dude. Like I mean, I was really shocked at the tackles. I would be furious if I was his friends, ex players from Bournemouth. I would literally send him a message saying, "Bro, next time when you come to our ground, we are gonna dig into you. Only you, nobody else." And TikTok might be available in India after a long time ban. Your thoughts? Well, I'll tell you one thing, Nitesh. I think it benefits me because I think my sense of humor will translate better to TikTok, and if it does, then great for me because I feel like TikTok is a thing that would have been handy in the way I at least do stuff, like a lot of banter, a lot of jokes. Let's see what happens. Let's see. If it comes, it comes. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I'm happy where I am. So yeah. Thank you guys for watching. I will probably be on Mohawk's channel in about an hour. If you guys are free, do head over there. I think I will be at least. I don't know. I have to receive confirmation yet. But yes, TikTok India was cringe. Yeah, but it depends on your content, no, Nitesh. Like the TikTok America is also cringe. I'm just going to take my reactions and my thoughts there, and if it bounces, it bounces, and if it doesn't, it doesn't. But if I don't try, I will never know. So I always considered doing Twitch, but Twitch is just something that just does not do well in India, sadly. So that's why I'm not doing it. Otherwise, I would have loved to try Twitch too and multi-stream, but it's just not possible because it just doesn't work. And you can't just try these things because you put a lot of investment and time in it. It's not something you can just oh, we're going to try it this time. Like a lot of work goes into all this stuff. So yeah, yeah, that is my thought on that. Interesting. Let's see if they remove the band, and then we will have this discussion again. But in the meantime, try Kick. Yeah, but Kick's kind of the same as Twitch, to be honest. Do you know any popular Kick streamers from India? It's the same thing, dude. It's all destined for. It's all designed for other people. Also, a lot of Indian people aren't on Twitch and Kick. That's another problem. Buy PS and join Twitch. I have a PS4, dude. One day the PS5 is gonna come out. The walkthroughs are gonna come out. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna play FC 26 maybe if we're lucky. But yes, in the meantime, guys, if you want, you can join me in the other stream. When if I do join there, otherwise, I will see you tomorrow, 5 o'clock. City Spurs at the Etihad. I will see you there. Take care, guys, and good night. I'll see you in the next one.